I'm here to talk about, like I always do, about real estate investing, guys, and how to get to financial freedom through real estate. This is what I've done. I enjoy talking about this because I've been able to crack the code, I guess you can say, in my family tree. So I just come out here and share this with other people. I'm in real estate investing. I do the buy and hold strategy. This is actually where the wealth is being built, is holding on to the property, not getting rid of it, not the um, not the this is not a get rich quick scheme, right? And I'm just letting people know, you can be able to do this. But here's what I want to emphasize on, because I was in this situation working for somebody else and working at these plants. I got to the point to where I was just tired. I was just starting to realize that every single day that I went in, I'm building somebody else's dreams. Every day that you go in to work for somebody else, you are literally building somebody else's dreams. And I got to thinking about it, and I says, "Man, I'm doing this, and I can't imagine doing this every single year for the next 40 years or whatever it is until retirement." I could have took that time and effort and says, "You know what? I'm gonna take a little bit of my time and effort and compound it and build my own dream," right? Because if I don't do that, then it's guaranteed that I'm building somebody else's. And that's same thing with you. As long as we're working for somebody else, all we're doing is building their dreams, and all we are is another plug, right? And I really started to think about it, and that was another motivation for me to say, "You know what? I gotta make some changes in my life," because I've been in the situation to where they laid me off. The last, company that I was at, working at the plants, I didn't even do anything wrong. I did everything I was supposed to do, followed policies, but it was so unfortunate because at such a young age, they had let me go, and I was really wanting to stay there for the future. I was gonna stay there as long as I could. But unfortunately, they had other plans, and that's okay. I didn't think that at the time, but now looking back, that was the best thing that they ever did, was laying me off. And I says, "You know what? I'm gonna make some changes in my life, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna structure so I could spend time by myself, for my family." And that's why I got into real estate. So I just come out here and tell you, you don't need to build other people's dreams. You could build your own, and it is doable. This is possible. I was just taking out something as simply as, "Hey, how you doing?" I was taking out something as simple as maybe an hour a day to take the time out to learn real estate and make my dreams come true. All right. So I didn't want to spend time building somebody else's dreams when I could build my own. And I'm really strong on that. And I do believe that. Just think about it. We go to work every single day, and we're making somebody else's dreams come true when you can make your own. And that was just embedded in my head. And I'll just never forget getting laid off. It already confirmed it. So I ended up getting another job, but at a different plant. But I said, "I'm never going to go through this again. I will never get myself in that position to where I'm stuck and I can't get anywhere and I don't believe in myself," because that was not even an option. So I ended up buying one house at a time. I bought one house at a time. And at my peak, at my max, I had 35 single family homes. This is not nothing that you can't do, okay? You can get properties, all right? And I'm just telling you, take the time out to learn a new skill, and it could really reposition you and your family. Because I'm not going in this as a hobby. I go in this as to leave a legacy for me and my family, so my kids, grandchildren don't have to be in the same situation of living check to check and being broke and being miserable and unhappy. It's just a cycle. But at some point it's got to be broken. If not, you're just going to remain in the same situation and leaving it for your other kids, right? Or grandchildren. So it was really important for me to make some changes in my life, and that's why I did it. But now I have 17 single family houses and two apartment complexes, but that's because I put in the work, right? That's because I changed my mindset. And again, Anybody can do this. It doesn't require a license. You don't need a degree to do this. All you got to say is, you know what, I want to make some changes in my life. I want something different. And for me, that's what I wanted to do because I wasn't going to let somebody tell me what my worth was, right? I'm not going to let somebody tell me, "Oh, Eric, you're only worth $50 an hour." No, I feel like I'm worth more than that. You should too. And those were the driving matters and the driving factors for me to say, okay, I'm going to make some changes in my life. And I'm glad I did it because as you look around in this day and age in 2025, we're in December 2025, you see people getting laid off, people getting furloughed, um, you know, government's making some changes and they're making people leave, right? And it's sad. But I started to realize and learn early on, you know what? Um, I want to be able to leave a legacy for me and my family, but I had to learn a new skill. And it just so happens that I learned real estate, right? And it's done wonders for me. And I just come out here and share this information with you. You can be able to do this. There's so much opportunity out here. You have to open up your mindset because it starts here. 80% of this is the mindset. The other 20% is the actual skill sets and the taking action or the methods and strategies. But don't think that you can't do this because you can. And you have to believe in yourself. Believing in yourself, if you don't believe in you, then nobody else will, right? So you have to be able to believe in yourself. But I'm just telling you, man, there's so much opportunity out here. Okay. You can make your dreams come true instead of making somebody else's dream. Because I was well on that path. And I know for me, I said, I'm not going to keep doing this anymore. It just wasn't getting anywhere. Right. So I decided, you know what? Let me learn a new skill, real estate, not just because there's so many things you can get in, but I wanted to buy and hold and I haven't looked back since. Have not looked back since. And anybody can do this. Does anybody have any questions? How you doing? How you doing? Yes, bro, I believe you. Thank you. Who is this? Anas Homo. Okay. All right. So anyway, I just decided to come out here and talk a little bit about real estate, guys. But yeah, don't think that you can't do this because you can. Real estate is available for all. You can do it, and you don't have to have a degree. You don't need a license. I don't go out here and pay cash for these properties. There's no other investment vehicle where you can go out there and leverage by using other people's money. There's not an you can't leverage and go to a bank and say, "Hey, look, banker, I need to borrow some money so I can go get crypto." It don't work like that, and it never will. You can't go borrow money to go for stocks or mutual funds or IRAs. It doesn't work like that. So I found out that real estate, that's one of the one of the main characteristics that I like because I'm leveraging by using other people's money to go get my fund my deals. And then on top of that, when I put a tenant in there, the tenant is paying down the mortgage or the principal or the mortgage that I borrowed from, right? So it has so many benefits. That's why I love real estate. And then I get the difference between what I charge for rent and what my expenses and my mortgage is. That difference is mine. That's cash flow. Not hard, simple stuff. But I leverage my finances and leverage with real estate, and I like it because my money makes money. My real estate makes money for me, right? I put it into real estate. I get cash flow. I get tax write offs. It's building wealth. My properties go up in value. I'm leaving a legacy. It's there's nothing to me any better, and it's been here longer than the other investments out here, so it's proven. And people have to have real estate. No other way around it. People need shelter. People have to have shelter. It's a necessity of life. All right. So anyway, any questions about real estate before I get out of here? Any question about real estate investing? Hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Hopefully this brought you some insight. Hopefully you learned something, got a ROI, because my main goal is just to come out here and teach this. It took me a long time to figure out this real estate game, and I come out here and just trying to help people out because everybody wants to know how to make some extra income. Most people want to learn how to quit their job. Um, I just recommend you don't quit your job right away. I really recommend you to go out there, keep your corporate America job, This is what I did, and just buy one house at a time. Just buy one house at a time is all you gotta do. And then eventually you'll get another home, another home, another home, and then when your real estate money, passive income, comes in more than your corporate America job, now you're financially free. All right. So anyway, any other questions? I'm looking at the chats. Any questions about real estate investing? If so, put them in the chats. But yeah, guys, this is something that's doable. You can do it. I buy properties, get them renovated, and rent them out. And I haven't stopped. No fix and flip, no wholesaling, no rent arbitrage, none of that. Simple plan. It works. It's proven. And I've been doing it for 25, going on 26 years. It works. All right, guys, I will see y'all in the next